Hey, it's Burton Kelso, technology expert here to share some more tech tips to help you get the most from the technology in your life. Let's talk about internet issues. Everyone runs into them. They have problems with their internet service. They can't get online. They call the service company and they're not much help. So what can you do? Well, there are some tips that you can try to troubleshoot the problem with your internet. You can find out if it's your computer or if you need to make a call to your internet service provider to have them come out and fix your issues with your internet, maybe your computer. So let's take a look and see some of the basic error messages you may see in your browser, and then we'll go through some steps as far as what you can do to take care of the internet issues. So here we go. All right, let's take a look at our favorite browser. Not for many, but this is Internet Explorer. And this is the message you would receive if you are not able to get to the internet with Internet Explorer. Let's minimize Internet Explorer and click on another browser, Firefox. If you click on Firefox, you'll get this message that says server not found. Doesn't really tell you why that message is popping up, but server means the internet. So for a lot of people that aren't familiar with computer terms, server would be an odd term to see, but basically Firefox is saying, I can't get to the internet. Let's minimize Firefox and let's click on my favorite browser, Google Chrome. Now Google is a little bit more user-friendly, so you'll get a message that says there's no internet connection, and it also gives you some basic troubleshooting tips that you can use in order to try to fix your internet issue. And then last but not least, the latest browser on the market would be Microsoft Edge. And Microsoft Edge just says you're not connected. Doesn't really tell you much, but essentially it's telling you that we can't get to the internet. And like Chrome, it should just say we can't get to the internet. Now, Edge is not on Macintosh computers, but definitely Firefox and Google Chrome are available on Macintosh computers. So if you're using a Mac, you'll see the same error message on your Mac. So what can you look for? On a Windows computer, you can definitely go in the lower right-hand corner. Now, this red X means that there's no cable plugged into this computer, or it's not receiving a wireless signal. So if we were to click on this and then go to network settings, it'll take us to an area where we can check to see what's going on with the internet. Now on this one, it's not even showing a wireless connection. So the quick fix, without getting too technical, would be to go to Control Panel and then Network and Internet and then Network Connections. And as you can see, for the nature of this demonstration, I've disabled the wireless connection to this computer. So if I click on Re-enable, then after a few seconds, I'll get Internet. I get a message from Avast telling me that it's time to upgrade, which I'm going to ignore. But what I want to focus on is this fan looking icon that's letting me know that I have internet now and that I've got internet connection. So if we go over to our browser and refresh it by going to the refresh symbol, after a few seconds, lo and behold, we're back on the internet. So that's one quick thing that you can do. Just make sure that you do have an internet connection before you panic and think that you need to call your internet service provider. Also, if I click on Internet Explorer, as you can see, once I re-enable the wireless, I'm back on the internet. Another thing that you can check for is to look at your modem and make sure that you're getting the light that you're supposed to. So let's focus on our modems. Now what we're looking at here are two separate devices. The device on the right is what's called a wireless gateway, which is a combination router and modem. This is provided by Xfinity or Comcast, and it allows me to get both wired, as you can see the jumbled mess back there, and wireless connections for all of my devices in the office. Now the next device is a Netgear wireless router. Now in some businesses and residents, you'll have just the wireless gateway, like this just Xfinity box, which provides both wired and wireless internet connections. But sometimes your internet provider only gives you a box that is a modem. So in order to get wireless and to connect more devices, you need to get a device like this Netgear wireless router. Now, one of the things that you want to look for on your router to make sure that you have internet connectivity is to verify that you have lights on, meaning that it has power. If you've got flashing lights, it usually means that you are going to get a good internet connection. If there are no lights, you want to check the power connections. Make sure that everything's plugged in. Same thing with the Netgear or other brand of router that you have. Make sure that you have lights and make sure the device is powered on. Once it's powered on, you can check and see if you have internet connectivity. Now, if you have lights on your device or devices, one last thing that you can do before you call your internet provider is to turn the device around and unplug the device and plug it back in. Many times the internet provider will tell you to reset the device, which you never want to do. And there's our handy reset button. So never reset your device. Always just unplug your device, whether it's a wireless gateway like this one from Xfinity, or the plug-in for your Netgear or other router. So just unplug it for a few seconds, plug it back in, and then give it a few seconds and see if you can get an internet connection. If you're not able to establish an internet connection, then it's a good time to call your internet service provider and have them provide assistance for you. One last thing that you can do as far as troubleshooting the internet is if you've got a device like this Xfinity or from Time Warner or Consolidated or even Google Fiber, you can trade those devices in, because more times than not, your internet provider provides that device for you. So if you call them up and just switch out your modem, router, or internet gateway, it's free for you and it's no hassle for your internet provider. And that is a good way to troubleshoot to see if you have any problems, is just by switching out the device. Now, after checking your computer to make sure that you have an internet connection, unplugging and plugging in your router or wireless gateway, or even calling in to your internet provider or visiting your internet provider and getting another box, you're still having internet issues, then it's probably an issue with the lines that are running to your business or residence. And unfortunately, that is a hard thing to troubleshoot, because the unfortunate thing is that most internet providers do not want to come out and fix lines, because it's a very expensive process for them to do. But many times, if you stay on them and let them know that you've done your basic troubleshooting with your internet connection, then they'll do their part and make sure that you have a good solid internet connection by checking the lines running from your house to the box, or just replacing the lines outside that need to be replaced. And unfortunately, if all of that fails, then it may be time to switch internet providers, which we all know is a big pain in the butt. So hopefully these basic internet tips will help you troubleshoot any internet issues that you're having. If you had any questions, leave them in the comments section. As always, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile.